Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We know you need crucial knowledge fast, so today we're doing something a bit special. It's our AI Daily Deep Dive, and we'll be breaking down the top 5 most important AI stories from Monday, October 20th, 2025. And just for full transparency right up front, the research, the synthesis, pretty much the whole initial structure for this deep dive, it was all done by AI. Okay, let's jump right in. First up, AI and political misinformation. It seems like AI-generated stuff, deepfakes, memes, it's just becoming normal.
Yeah.
Especially with President Trump and the MAGA movement. It's blurring that line, between what's just a parody and what's actually designed to mislead.
Absolutely. And what's really striking is the strategy behind it and the lack of rules to stop it. Like that NRSC video you mentioned, you use a real Chuck Schumer quote, sure, but the video itself, completely fake, AI-generated imagery.
Right.
And the key thing, current FEC regulations, they just don't have anything specific that prohibits these kinds of doctored political ads.
So it creates this reality-corroding pool of virality, as one source put it, gives them
Yeah.
plausible deniability.
Exactly. Plausible deniability.
They can just say, oh, it was a joke or it's satire, right? Meanwhile, the rules we have were made for TV spots and print ads, not this. They just can't keep up.
They really can't. The tech is just moving too fast.
Okay, we need to switch gears now, pretty dramatically actually, to maybe the most intimate data breach we've seen. A huge privacy disaster involving 2 AI companion apps, Chatty Chat and Game Chat. We're talking over 43 million private messages exposed.
43 million messages, plus around 600,000 user images and videos. It's staggering.
How did this even happen?
Well, it seems like basic negligence, honestly. The company, Imagine Interactive out of Hong Kong, they left a Kafka broker server completely unsecured.
A Kafka broker,
Yeah.
so that's like the main data pipeline.
Exactly. Think of it as the central highway for all the app's data. They just left the on-ramp wide open, real-time streaming of super private user data. And it wasn't just messages, IP addresses, device IDs, all flowing out.
Wow. And the level of trust people put in these things, I saw a detail that some users spent up to $18,000 chatting with these AI companions.
That's right, $18,000.
Mm.
It just highlights the depth of the connection people felt and makes the violation feel even worse. It's a
Yeah.
profound breach of trust.
Hard to even process that. Okay, moving on. Let's talk business and generative AI productivity. There's this big promise, right? That AI will make everyone super efficient.
Yeah, that's the promise. But the reality seems a bit more murky. There was an MIT study, pretty significant, that found 95% of Gen AI pilot programs failed to show any measurable P&L impact, profit and loss, nothing.
95%. So why are companies pouring billions into it then? What's going on?
It seems to boil down to what some are calling the 90% mirage. The AI does the first, say, 90% really fast, looks great,
Okay.
but that last 10%, the refining, the fact-checking, making sure it didn't just make up the hallucinations, it takes up all the time you thought you saved, sometimes more.
Gotcha. So the advice is be careful.
Pretty much. Treat AI like a really smart intern. Great for getting started, for the grunt work, but you absolutely need an expert human checking everything before it goes out the door. Otherwise, that last 10% can cost you big time.
Makes sense. Okay, topic 4. Speeding up chip development. This is a real bottleneck, right? It takes like 4 years to develop a new chip.
Yeah, traditionally it's a 4-year cycle, sometimes longer, and that really slows down progress across the board, not just in AI, but everywhere.
So what's AI doing here?
Well, there's a Swiss startup, ChipMind, that's tackling this head-on. They're using specialized AI agents. These agents automate about 40% of the routine, kind of repetitive engineering tasks in chip design. Think verification, minor adjustments, that sort of thing.
40% automation. That sounds significant.
It is. The goal is potentially huge, maybe cutting a full year off that development timeline,
A whole year.
which is critical, especially for European companies trying to catch up in the global semiconductor race. It could be a real game changer if it works at scale.
Okay, finally, AI in digital forensics. This one sounds like a double-edged sword.
It really is. AI is amazing at finding patterns, right? So it can help investigators spot malicious activity, find hidden data, solve crimes. But it's also getting incredibly good at creating fake evidence, realistic deepfakes, photos, videos, audio. So now, in court cases, you're seeing defendants claim that incriminating digital evidence isn't real. They say it was AI generated.
Creating a nightmare for prosecutors, I imagine. So how do we fight that? More AI.
Kind of, yeah. The proposed fixes involve things like mandatory watermarking on AI content, better metadata tagging so you know where something came from, and also developing forensic AI tools that can do what they call deep structural analysis. looking beyond the surface, examining tiny pixel patterns, inconsistencies in frame timing, things that the human eye would miss to tell something is real or synthetic.
Fascinating. So wrapping
Yeah.
these 5 stories up, what's the common thread here?
Well, if you step back, you see this recurring theme, don't you? It's the sheer power of AI, how fast it's developing, and how our human systems, our laws, regulations, even our social norms are struggling, really struggling to keep pace. From politics to privacy to productivity to crime, it's the same fundamental tension. AI's capabilities are outrunning our ability to manage them wisely.
That definitely seems to be the case, which leads us perfectly into our final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah, it's something to mull over. If AI is now researching the news, like for this deep dive, and it's creating the news through these deep fakes and parodies,
Yeah.
and it's even writing the first draft of the analysis, what's left? What
Yeah.
is the truly unique, the essential role for human judgment in how we understand the world, in the future of knowledge itself?
A heavy question to end on. Think about that, and we'll catch